The knockout stage is here. Only one team will continue the dream. The other will pack their bags and head home. South Africa making history after reaching the World Cup knockout stage for the first time. Now face one of North America's strongest teams, Canada. Can Bafana Bafana continue their incredible journey? Or will Canada prove too strong? Welcome to Uganda Stock Footage Hub. If you love football stories, match previews, and World Cup coverages, subscribe and turn notifications. Let's dive in. South Africa arrived at the World Cup with very few expectations. Their opening performances were far from convincing. A difficult draw against Mexico, another frustrating result against the Czech Republic. Suddenly, everything depended on the final group game against South Korea. The pressure couldn't have been higher. Lose and the dream would be over. But South Africa responded brilliantly. They defeated South Korea to secure second place in Group A and reach the round of 32 for the first time in their history. Head coach Hugo Broos described the qualification as one of the most emotional moments of his coaching career. He admitted the team struggled early in the tournament but praised their determination. Broos also sent a strong message before facing Canada. Our team will fight for 90 minutes and even longer if necessary. Those words perfectly describe the spirit of this South African squad. And Canada's road to the knockouts have also impressed throughout the tournament. Before losing to Switzerland, they had gone 10 matches unbeaten. That impressive run included several victories in international friendlies and excellent defensive performances. Although Switzerland ended that streak, Canada still progressed comfortably. They possess one of the fastest attacking units in the tournament. Their style is aggressive. Their pressing is intense. And then they never stop running. Canada know they are favorites, but they also know South Africa cannot be underestimated. Here is South Africa's team news. South Africa received a major boost. Midfield general Teboho Mokoena returns after receiving Midfield general Teboho Mokoena returns after serving his suspension. His experience and ability to control possession could completely change the midfield battle. However, there is also bad news. Captain Themba Zwane remains suspended after receiving a red card in the opening match against Mexico. Without Zwane, South Africa lose creativity and leadership. Coach Broos is expected to replace Yaya Sithole with Mokoena in midfield. For Canada, also they have injury concerns. Midfield Ismail Kone has been ruled out after suffering a fractured tibia. Stephen Eustoquia and Alfie Jones remain doubtful and will face late fitness tests before kickoff. However, there is exciting news for Canadian supporters. Star defender Alphonso Davies has returned to training and could make the bench after recovering from hamstring injury. Even if he doesn't start, his return provides huge physiological boost. Tactically, South Africa are expected to stay compact. Their priority will be defensive organization. Quick counterattacks could become their biggest weapon. Expect Makwena to dictate the tempo, while the forwards try to exploit any Canada mistakes. Canada, meanwhile, will dominate possession. They like attacking through the wings. Their pace can stretch any defense. If Davies features even as a substitute, Canada's attacking options become even more dangerous. The midfield battle may decide everything. Whichever team controls their center of the pitch will likely control the match. Here are players to watch. For South Africa, Teboho Makwena his return could transform the team's performance. His passing range and defensive work make him one of Africa's biggest midfielders. For Canada, Jonathan David, the striker, has consistently delivered goals for both club and country. If given space inside the penalty area, he rarely misses. If Alphonso Davies appears from the bench, expect the stadium to erupt. His speed can completely change the game. South Africa finally ended a 7-match winless run with victory over South Africa. That result has restored confidence inside the squad. Canada suffered their first defeat in 11 matches against Switzerland. Despite the loss, they remain one of the tournament's strongest teams. Momentum versus confidence. One team arrives relieved. The other arrives determined to respond. And key battles in this match have Teboho Makwena versus Canada's midfield. South Africa's defense versus Jonathan David. Canada's pace versus South Africa's discipline. Set pieces may also prove decisive. One mistake, one corner, one moment of brilliance could determine who reaches the next round. In our predictions, this promises to be an extremely competitive encounter. Canada possesses greater depth, experience, and attacking equality. South Africa, however, have already shown incredible resilience. If they defend well and remain organized, they can frustrate Canada for long periods. Predictions: South Africa 1, Canada 2. But in knockout football, anything can happen. Who do you think will qualify for the round of 16? Will South Africa make even more history, or will Canada continue their impressive World Cup journey? Leave your predictions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this preview, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with fellow football fans. Thank you for watching Uganda Stock Footage Hub. Enjoy the match.